Hey. You know what we're doing. You know it's gonna be pretty good. It is Titanfall 2. We'll give you ears. We'll give you eyes. We're double checking. Okay, looking good there. And, so last time when we were playing, I was a little bit vague about what it is that I liked regarding these levels that we're going to be seeing. There's a reason for that, and it's because I want you to see it as we go, in case you haven't done this before. I wouldn't want to ruin the experience of witnessing them for the first time, because I think there is more than a little bit to be said for the sense of wonder that that at least I experienced when we laid eyes on these initially. All right.
Pilot, Major Anderson is here. Investigate this facility. I will meet you on the other side.
This is a weird choice.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
Into an ambush.
Agreed. However, close quarters recon is the sole domain of the pilot.
True fact.
Keep my eyes peeled.
Proceed with caution.
Okie doke. So, this is where we're supposed to rendezvous with a Major Anderson. I almost just went right for Mr. Anderson because I'm thinking of all kinds of machine-based references, given, you know, it's Titanfall 2. Whoop.
Overseer requests all teams working on the
Well,
report to the lecture hall for general.
Now we're here. And now we're not. That's strange. Doesn't seem to be a way to go back. We'll just have to continue. And oh, would you look at that, we're back here. And they're building stuff. And now they're not. Aha.
What just happened?
There are distortions throughout this facility, and they appear to be causing a rift in time. I advise caution until we have further information.
All right. Wish me luck.
I wish you luck.
By decisively neutralizing
It didn't work.
militia forces, we will in fact safeguard the existence of the human race, extending it.
Okay. They're pretty sure that they're safeguarding the existence of the human race. But then, it isn't everybody who does these things.
Lest we lose sight of the bigger picture, remember those losses are ultimately replaceable by the inexorable march of human reproduction. By decisively neutralizing the militia,
Oh, there we go, now we're caught up.
we will in fact safeguard the existence of the human race, extending its reach and power towards a prosperous and bright future.
It seems like it's the, like a standard argument for, you know, haves and have-nots, the kind of shit that wannabe aristocrats yell about. How there's just not enough resources to go around, and we'll just have to call the undesirables out of the population. They never imagine that they themselves are the undesirables, do they? It seems to me like bloated leeches would be the first thing to go. Hey, don't yell at him. And don't point your gun at him. Dickheads. No. That resolved itself. Sometimes nature's good like that, you know? Cool. So we can see that there's going to be some resistance down there.
What happened to everyone here?
Their bodies have aged unusually. However, some show signs of weapon fire.
Okay.
Hopefully Anderson's alive.
Anderson is a veteran SRS pilot. He has survived multiple covert missions within enemy territory. None of these remains match the genetic profile of Major Anderson.
We are going to need something that isn't a grenade launcher, though. We're also going to need something that isn't this pistol.
Check the main lobby of reception. I would accompany you, but unfortunately my chassis will not fit through the door.
Time to earn my keep.
On the contrary, you are proving yourself to be much more than a Class 3 rifleman. I suspect Major Anderson will be impressed.
I mean, BT's assuming a lot. Like that Major Anderson is alive. We got all kinds of parts here. Parts and doodads. And supplies. Oh, the reception robot still works. Kinda. Hello. I believe that was a welcome.
Uphold the mission. I'm detecting a faint biosignature on the upper level of the reception lobby. Recommend you investigate.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I have to steal things first. This is gonna wind up with more ammunition. You know how this goes. I'm sure there will be more later.
Uphold the mission.
I'm working on it.
A faint biosignature on the upper level of the reception lobby. Recommend you investigate.
Alright, my boy out there is getting testy, so I gotta go look at this. Well, that's a weird way to die. Anderson pulled it off, though. Fused with the rock like he is, I'm wondering how he managed to, like, leak things.
Anderson's dead. But I have his helmet. Unlike him, it appears to be in one piece.
Well done. If you bring it to me, I can analyze his helmet for important data.
Got it.
Well, here we go.
Pilot, if you hand me Anderson's helmet, I will analyze it.
Oop, we lost the prompt. There it is.
With the death of Anderson, command of Special Operation 217 now transfers to you. Congratulations on your field promotion, Pilot Cooper. The following is Anderson's mission briefing from Commander Sarah Briggs of the Militia SRS.
Major Anderson, 2 weeks ago we intercepted IMC comms. They found something on Typhon. A massive blast of energy was discharged at this location, creating time distortions. I want SRS on the ground to infiltrate the facility.
Roger that. I'll get some answers.
This wrist-mounted device we recovered during Operation Grizzly should protect you. We know the IMC have contracted Kuben Blisk and his mercenaries to protect something critical there, so watch your back. And Anderson, you know how much I love writing death reports, so don't go it alone. The SRS is a team.
Pilot.
Anyway, then he went in there on his own.
To be incomplete. We are duty-bound to uphold and fulfill Special Operation 217. Recommend we locate Anderson's wrist-mounted device before proceeding.
I didn't see any device on Anderson.
It must be on the other half of his corpse.
Well, there we go.
Breach in the Security Services building. I will provide access. I will remain here and scan the ring structure while you investigate the facility for intel and the missing device.
BT, is that enough cable? I guess it is.
Nice. Maybe next time you can throw me.
Noted.
Foreshadowing. I spotted another helmet over here. I think it may be easier to get to later. Yeah, that's not letting me get my feet on that. We may... Close, but no cigar.
The breach in the security services building is now accessible. Recommend
Oh, can I just drop down on the fucking thing? Yeah, I'll get there.
Structure here.
Yeah, we can just do this then. Cool. Well, that's both. And now we have to go up this. Oh, some more satchel charges. It'll be clear why we want those in just a second.
Unauthorized personnel detected. Automated security.
Okay. Alright. Ow. Pain in the ass. Okay. Anyway, so we have these busted security robots now. They don't explode any differently than the regular ones. They just limp and hobble around because they wanted to do like a zombie thing, I guess. Which, oh, okay, if you must. The primary issue is that they explode, though. That's a shit time in the confined spaces that we're gonna find them in. Oh, you. And yeah, like everything else here, they're aged prematurely because time fuckery is happening. Probably gonna want that just for something with bullets in it. Oh, hang on. That's much better. Remember how I said the car was really nice? Look at how much it does not recoil. Just wonderful. Here. We had a free refill.
Authorized personnel breach of security services. Intruder may have advanced cloaking package.
Copy that. Laser messages are online. Sending a team to investigate.
Well, they're talking about us. Of course we don't have an advanced cloaking passage. We're just split between two different times. More audio logs.
Dr. Alexander Darren, log 14.6. The intruder has some kind of advanced tech and is slaughtering our response teams. Tyler and Wildlife Research said 2 teams were taken out at the elevator banks in a matter of seconds. By one guy.
Well, now they're referring to events that haven't happened yet. Which gives us some hints, doesn't it? Hey, no, but I want this. Okay, are they still laying there years later? No. Of course not. We weren't fast enough to pick them up. We'll stick with what we got for right now.
Attention, security lockdown measures are being temporarily activated due to a minor security breach.
That guy didn't make it, but I don't remember doing that. And hey, it's the bottom half of Anderson. That's what we're looking for. Some kind of energy blast. Anderson's here to investigate, or was here to investigate. That's our job now. Wonder how he managed to get his legs to stick like that, being as dead as he is.
Sorry, Anderson.
Yeah, like this hand is floppy. Gimme. Come on. Right. Aha. So for this level, we play 2 levels at once. This does give us a good opportunity to take a look at what the jump kit looks like. It's this apparatus that you're kind of like strapped to. There's 2 jets, some sort of propulsion drive, and we can see that they are gimbaled. They swivel. So there must be a computer somewhere on board, probably in my helmet, that would allow this thing to work via... they said it was calibrating to my brain, so there must be, you know, that under helmet must transmit signals from the old fucking brain case to that kit to get it to do what I want it to do. I like the jump kits.
We ask that all non-combat personnel and research teams proceed directly to the nearest emergency shelter access point due to a minor...
Pilot Cooper, I have transferred some of my AI functions into your helmet in order to permit communication across time shifts.
It looks like they've got some wildlife here. And BT has now downloaded himself into our helmet. Well, the wildlife didn't make it. There was nothing we could do. Looks like they all burned. Open.
Get the rest of the eggheads evacuated and set up a choke point.
Additional
If you want to.
lasers are online. Let's box him in.
And you can see that we can see roughly where they were. Which is also handy. Oh good. Ammo for the car. Oop. My bad, robot. I was just hitting anything that moved. Well, that won't do.
We've initiated contact with the intruder.
There we are.
His movement is erratic.
Yeah, you know. I hit the only thing that I didn't actually want to hit. That's fine. Just a moment to reload, and... Hi. I think that's everything. Looks like everything feels like everything. Satchel charges.
Activating turret.
Oh, they're activating turrets now. That's fine. Because we can do this.
We have an intruder. Heavily armed and dangerous. All units in the area. Proceed to the southeast elevator bank on level 4 to intercept. Copy that, Control. On our way, Control.
The Hemlock is another one of those burst fire rifles. There's a strange kind of fiction obsession with burst fire things. We've tried that several times and it's never been all it's cracked up to be. Alright. Oh hey, it's the elevators. We were told about this. Yeah. But this place is not without its own problems. There's one of them. Ow. We'll have to run around for a moment while they sort out their anger issues. It is a matter of picking your poison. It suggests that I press F to time travel here, but that's not really the best call. Because, you know, there's guns out there. What is the best call? Is just doing the Titanfall thing. Where, you know, you're all over the walls. Yeah, I think that's everything. Nope. Okay, now that's everything. We're looking good, we're feeling good. Yeah, up this way. That's what we want.
Security. Made up. Copy. Made up.
Ow.
Position.
That's alright, we can get that one on the return trip. Oh boy, there's 6 of them in here. I have not been looking. Well, if we see them, we see them, and if we don't, we don't. Well, there's going to be someone over there. Doesn't look like anything else in there. Okay, relax. You're not gonna get through the glass. Chill.
The test must be completed.
Go back inside. Okay.
Pilot, a fragment of Anderson's damaged log may be relevant here.
Oh, do they just bounce? That's fine.
Log playback.
Anderson log 341. The IMC found something, all right. It can fold space and time. They sure as hell didn't build it, but they're restoring it. Whatever they're planning, it's potentially catastrophic. Anderson out.
Well, there we go. They've discovered some kind of device that seems to have a weird effect on space and time. You know, again, tell me if you've heard that before. But apparently, instead of attempting to worship it, they are fixing it up. Imagine applying science to something that you don't understand. Looks like we're going this way. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, we're good.
Zulu 6, prep the Ark for delivery.
Spitfire, auto pistol, which, well, we'll grab this and just kind of show you what it do, just in case. It looks like this. This is what it do. I don't know that a 20-round magazine would be quite that long. I've mentioned this before, mine are 21 and they're not that long. But then again, I think it is marked as a 45, so that's a fatter round. Nice and smooth, and then down here. Yeah, how did he do that? God damn it. Ah, shit. He just punched me out. Oh well. Back in. We know what's there now. That'll do. You see, we learned. Oh, well, if you're just gonna give it back to me. Mastiff, which I still don't care for. And now we got this.
Anderson's log 342. The full weapons power source is called the Arc. Doesn't look like they've perfected the casing. This one's empty. The Arc must be somewhere else. Anderson out.
Arc prepped for delivery.
Okay. So, they've built a containment sphere for the relic. That also seemed familiar? Yeah. I'm gonna have to ask that you guys not do that. Well, that could have gone better. But all the same, we solved the problem. Some grenade launchers. Which, again, is fine and dandy. It's just the close quarters makes it a bad call. That's also a bad call. Okay. What are you doing? Just not paying attention, I guess. Ha ha ha.
Dr. Ehrenberg, log 11.4. Further research still
I hear clacking.
weapon and its intended purpose. I don't think we're using it right, and that may cause us. Marder thinks it's worth it. On record, this is a bad idea.
Well, someone had reservations about using it, and it certainly seems, judging by the state of things that they did, and it went bad. And now the area is locked in a, you know, that pre-ritual and post-ritual state, and maybe we'll get to see the actual ritual. It's that theme of transliminality. How you liking those themes, Lost Things? I know people say that they're for 8th grade book reports, but those people are kind of stupid. More bits. We want those bits. They could be our bits. You know how. So we can see it out there. It's doing something. And this in here is meant to do something with it. Come on. There we go. Alright, so what am I looking at going forward? And is there anything fun on this platform? No, not really. So... oh, they know we're here. That's fine. Probably would have been quicker to just do the wall run thing, right? And like before, no, hang on, it's bad over here too. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Now go back downstairs. Okay. fuckery. That's everybody? That's everybody.
Dr. Jefferson Boyle, Log 1. Looks like they went forward with the ARC test, despite my warnings to postpone, but what Martyr wants, Martyr gets. I don't know how I survived, but I did. For now. I've tried all the exits, but I'm trapped. Damn place is locked down good. All I have is hope. That's what I get for picking a lab underground. What can I say? I like archaeology.
So, it appears that not everybody died in the initial blast of whatever that was and whatever it was supposed to do. That'll be more than enough. We'll go down there and we'll deal with them. Hey, gents. The car, just a great choice all around. The bullets go where you point them. They do it while you're in motion. This is what I would imagine a gun from the future would be like. Something that just super doesn't deviate if you're operating it correctly. Anything else is, I don't know, it reads to me as an attempt to improve on a design that doesn't need improving on. You know, you get weird sci-fi gun shapes, or the insistence of bullpups, like what we're holding right now. And don't get me wrong, it's a perfectly serviceable rifle design. But would I trade it in a heartbeat for something that recoils like the car, in that it kind of don't? Yeah. Ow. Oh, the fan? Fan. Well, we learned a lesson today, didn't we? Fan blades are not your friend. Neither is fire, which we almost slid into, but hey, that's alright. Well, looks like if we want that, we gotta get up to our hijinks. You know the hijinks. But it doesn't quite work out. Anytime that I've tried to do it in the spirit of the puzzle, nah. I find that it works better if I just do that, and then it's collected, and... oop, we're in a loop. Hello? Okay, we're good now. Oh, hey. Yeah, hang on. Let me see if my other one's still there. Nice. Okay, now goodbye. Yeah, I know it's not in the spirit of it, but fuck it, you know?
Pilot, the rings at my location contain a large amount of residual energy. This was the ARC's final destination.
We're gonna do the same thing there.
Indicated a recon mission within close proximity to the center of the active rings.
I'm at 6.
Are you sure I'll be safe over there?
No, but a true militia pilot takes risks for the welfare of others. As did Major Anderson and Captain Lastimosa before you.
Well, our friend has given us the inspiration we need. We'll be seeing that gun in a level or two. Don't worry about it for right now.
I found myself a standard IMC survival kit, which provides me with enough flavorless rations to keep me alive for a few days. I'm hoping that's all I need. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get creative. I hate getting creative.
Yeah, who wants to be creative at any point in time? We gotta go in this hole. This is our hole. And you know what we are for life. We took that pledge a long time ago. Well, we weren't quite fast enough on the trigger. That's okay. Got it that time.
They were targeting this planet's moon as a test. This damn thing was just a test. One of our own planets is next. They're going to hit Harmony, and they've moved up the timeline. I have this intel to Sarah.
It plays regardless of what time we're in. This one's easier to see.
That was Major Anderson's final recording. Cooper, based on your recon of this facility, I may have...
That guy didn't make it.
Meet me outside.
Okay. We're gonna go meet our friend outside. So we can see that what it's done is, they've scaled it down. Okay? Fucking... directed some sort of energy. Oh, a hypergravity wave stream. Okay, so this must be incredibly dense then. And what they did was they focused it to a pinpoint, which is supposed to be how it is you dig a wormhole. That goes toward whatever the fuck it is that they're aiming it at, and, well, just being in the path of it has fucked up stuff. You know, like falling in a hole. Almost falling in a hole. Undoubtedly not how this thing is supposed to be used, but I like it. You know, they're showing some real ingenuity there. Find that alien technology and make it work for you. Hey. No.
Non-combatant sectors. Please display security credentials clearly to avoid accidental termination. Thank you.
Hello.
Automated security personnel.
Okay.
Target all non-IMC military subjects.
And on to the next bit of it.
Pilot, I recommend you meet me at the rings in order to scan the Ark's energy signature.
At the rings it is. Hi.
I think I saw something.
Yeah. And like before, this place has its own problems. It's the dog wizards. It's always the dog wizards. They're nimble, aren't they? We good? For the time being. Okay, now we have to deal with the mess we left behind here. Like Dave Coulier before us. Oh boy. Now these guys are getting in on it. How many more of you could there be? You know? Like, at what point in time is enough enough? Hey. Speaking of, right? It's like they're on cue. Yeah, where did I go? The grenade launcher is really fiddly to reload. We good? So there's a lot of stuff here that I would like to pick up. Cool. What else we got? What else did you leave me? Is really what it is that I'm asking. There we go. Oop. From the other direction. Oh, because he died. Okay. That makes more sense.
Pilot, I've
There's our boy.
controls to extend the bridge to the rings. I've marked it on your HUD. It appears that whatever actions you took in the past have caused the remaining automated security systems to be quite hostile towards us in the present.
No, they started it, or I did. It's, you know, causality. There's the word. Got weird. And this shit happens. Anyway, now that we're in here, we can do that within BT. Which means that we can take breaks from our Titan friends in there and...
Salvo core ready. Salvo core ready. Uphold the mission. I have marked the bridge controls on your HUD. You will need to extend the bridge.
We're working on it, we're working on it.
Be tightened down.
We got all kinds of things to fucking gather first, BT. There's a new loadout in there. We gotta talk about that. Okay. So that's done. We now have to face the music in here. But hey.
Enemy tightened down.
Here's another one of my loadouts. We'll just reload our thing. This is the Ion. The Ion is a nice kind of all-around tool. It's, well, we'll get into it as we use it. But it lets me do that resource management thing that I like. Where I can dictate the pace of a fight, and the game doesn't really tell me what to do, it just sort of turns me loose. Hang on here. There's another piece of my usual kit, the fucking charge rifle. It's an anti-Titan gun that does that. It doesn't run out of ammo. Okay.
Located the controls to extend the bridge to the rings. I've marked it on your HUD.
Copy that. Do not allow the intruder to reach the Ark under any circumstances.
We've extended the bridge. Now we gotta go get our boy. Hi, friend.
Everyone evacuate now!
Pilot mode engaged.
And we'll talk about it after this, because this is a scripted thing. There's not much that we can do about this. They'll just keep coming, maybe forever. And that's fine. In the meantime, you'll be able to see what it is that the thing here does.
We must uphold the mission. I
And I'll explain it in just a moment here. Aha. We've triggered the event.
BT?
Well, it went off and here we are. During the ritual. The ritual stuck in time. A liminal space, neither here nor there, but in the transition state between. We need this. Pardon me. Yep. Pardon me, gents. It's fine. The only moving object in still space. Don't worry about it. It's because of this thing on our hand. I'd imagine that somehow it locks us in phase with this energy source. Look at that, we're mapping emissions. And recording its energy signature rather than just saying it's shaper energy. We don't get to see what the emissions are, but we don't need to. We're not a scientist, we're a soldier. We have gathered the information, though.
Scan complete. As Anderson discovered, the IMC intend to destroy the militia planet of Harmony using the full-scale version of this weapon. Pilot Cooper, our journey is far from over. We must get this data to the fleet.
And yeah, you know, it's a Death Star, so that's not the most original thing, but I don't need it to be. I just need it to make sense. This, from what it is that I can see, makes sense. I can't jab holes in it and say, no, you can't do that, that's not how that works, or, oh, come the fuck on, you have to come up with something. It takes ridiculously little to kind of stitch up a narrative, and you would figure that people who bill themselves as professional storytellers wouldn't need to hear that, but I guess BioWare does.
Pilot Cooper, Anderson is dead, but we can complete his mission if we can re-establish contact with the fleet. The interstellar beacon ahead will serve our needs.
And if we don't get over there in time?
40 million souls on the planet Harmony will be lost. We must get this information to SRS Commander Sarah Briggs. Pilot, I see the beacon up ahead. Scans detect minimal power functionality. It may need repairs. Caution. I'm picking up multiple contacts. Hostiles confirmed. The stalkers appear to be programmed to attack the control room.
We have another load out there.
Caution. I detect traces of poisonous chemicals within the fog. Transferring
What is
control
this
to
fog?
pilot. Scanning. The ground fog is a toxic byproduct of the beacon power grid. I recommend you embark when operating in hazardous environments with greater than 1 ppm tungsten hexafluoride. Pilot, I'm detecting militia forces inside that beacon control room. They are signaling distress. Patching in.
Hey! You out there! Pilot! Are you reading us? We can use some help over here! This is Captain Cole for the 3rd Militia Grenadiers. We're getting overrun by stalkers. Please assist!
I recommend we help eliminate these stalkers, and then make direct contact with the militia riflemen. Tactical option. Run them over. My 40-ton chassis can eliminate smaller enemies.
It's true. So, now that we have a moment, this is the Ion, and the Ion is interesting for that gauge you see over on my left. That's a laser battery. So, I have abilities that expend that battery.
This victory has raised our combat efficiency rating.
Great. BT's very happy with what we've done. We'll give him a moment.
Eliminated.
You saved our asses. Those stalkers just kept on coming. We may not have lasted much longer.
Yeah, but then you did.
Come on in.
I will in a sec. I gotta talk more about this real quick. Anyway, so we have abilities, like you can see, that drain that battery. That can be charged for extra damage, or it can be fired more rapidly.
We can attempt to activate the beacon from the control room.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, bud. Anyway, we also have these trip mines, which is solid for area denial. Things past that, they go off. We've got our vortex shield, we're familiar with that. And our rifle can either fire in this configuration, which doesn't drain battery, but drains ammunition. It's a pretty standard kind of, like, you know, automatic gun for this sort of game. And if we aim down the sights, it widens its thing, and this does drain battery, but the fire is much more accurate, and you can see that it's firing a spread of bolts at once. This is interesting to me in that it all runs off this gauge to my side, and I don't really have cooldowns, so to speak. It's just a matter of how quickly I want to press it. It's really a nice loadout. We'll see its core ability later as well.
Pilot and Tiger on the lift. McCord, bring them up. Let's go. Right away, sir.
And then we'll talk about the Ronin after that, which is what we just picked up. Hey. How you doing?
Captain.
Not sleeping good, huh?
The beacon.
The power is shut down. We've lost all control of the beacon. We need something like this to jumpstart the system, but this one's destroyed.
Designation. Arc tool. Function. Generates power up to 5 megajoules.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Can you repair it?
Nah, we already tried. Sensors indicate another one in the substation, but it's nearly impossible to get down there. This place just ain't built for humans.
I gotta check their,
Pilot Cooper.
their power measurement there. Just off the top of my head, I'm wondering what it is that I would be able to do with that. But, you know, given that I'm not an electrician, it's not information that's readily accessible.
I thought it was Demeter shut down.
At least, you know, just straight to memory.
That's for damn sure. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
We kill because we have to. The IMC
Good luck,
hired
pilot.
Bliss to kill for money. That's not noble.
Oh, they're having a philosophical discussion in there. When is it right to kill? It's gonna be different for everybody, Lost Things. That's the unsatisfying answer to that. For some people, it's going to be perfectly acceptable to kill for money. You. Masters.
Who's this loudspeaker talking to? It's not like these things.
I'd rather have that.
They can.
We should just seal this place off and be done with it.
Yeah, that's your answer to everything. It's great.
So we're gonna be talking with a whole lot of unhappy robots.
The last pilot in our unit went that way a few hours ago, but he never came back.
Okay.
Pilot, I have patched into your helmet display to monitor your progress. The channel is open if you need assistance.
BT, what's up with these walls?
Scanning. Exposed power circuits. You should avoid physical contact. Proceed forward with caution.
Got it.
And we don't need a reminder of what we're doing here. We're looking for that jumpstart tool. By the way, Lost Things, if you don't have one of those for your car, remedy that. There are all kinds of jump kits available for your vehicles, and they're really quite handy. You never know when it is you're going to need a jump, and no one will be around. Keep the cables handy too, by all means. You know, you want to have more than one approach to a problem, should a problem arise.
Automated security forces.
But, you know, we're being shot at. And again, do you have more that you're going to summon from that fucking pit? Can I go get the helmet now? We're in a hole that we don't want to be in. As much as we know that it's where we belong. Too many all at once. And I think I was still in the range of that tick. We'll circle back around. We want to probably move around a little bit more. Cut off the flow of it. Find cover. This is a better room. Okay. Cool and good. That's from behind. Are we good? No, not quite. Okay. Finally. And we now resume our search for our arc tool. I believe that's what they called it, right? Arc tool. I suppose because they had to come up with something to call it, right?
It's a maze down here. How deep does this thing go?
Scans reveal a maximum depth of 300 meters.
What is this place?
The station's computer details this location as the power grid for an IMC interstellar beacon.
Well, there we go. It runs their off-world communications. And we'll have to get up there to disable it. Not quite that time. Oh, never mind.
Bypass successful. The fan exhaust is offline. Do not be afraid. Your jump kit can take that fall.
It can. You can just kind of land on your heels and bruise them up real good. But I opted not to. I think we don't worry about this until... yeah, this is for later.
Arc tool detected at 30 meters.
Found the other pilot. They didn't make it. I like their helmet design though. The texture is a little bit bleh all over them. Which is weird because it's not that way on anything else. It's just this guy's body. But shit happens. Hey man, I'm sorry, I gotta take this.
Well done, pilot.
I know, bud, but it's okay.
Return to the control room. We are ready to jumpstart the system.
And that's just what we're gonna do. Away we go. Here's the other helmet. We'll need another run at that. Cool. And we've made it. Oh hey, there was yet another one. I found your twin. I still like your helmet though. I'm glad you guys decided to come in matching. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm glad you guys decided to come in matching. Let's take a look at their setup there. I don't... Yeah, we're good. Okay, that's just the music. So we have magazines up front, either flares or markers. Looks like flares. And a couple extra magazines and some utility pouches on the side. That all makes sense. I assume that this is either a radio or a battery. Looks like it might be a radio. Which is a strange place to carry that. You'd typically put that on the back, but it's not super wrong, so okay. I like their forearm guards. That's something that you would expect people to kind of ignore. Same thing with the knee pads. The chaps in general are not a bad idea for the amount of sliding and shit that these guys do. It's gonna make it hard to take a shit, though. Because you're gonna try to pull down your pants and they're gonna get hung up there because these are quite tight. You gotta pay attention to that with knee pads. How quickly can you get them off to use the restroom? Sometimes you gotta go right just now. Oh, we need this.
Automated cooling process activated.
And this is all apparently part of a big old computer. Something is happening. These are heat sinks. So this must be just part of the heat sink for the power station, right? You raise them onto that fan thing, and there you have it. You'd figure touching them would be extremely painful, though. They are heated to a glow. And then why would they need to activate like this? I don't know, but it also wasn't what I would consider the worst idea for a stage.
Heatsink temperature at 75%.
Okay, and now we do this. Nope, we missed it. Okay. Well, we'll wait for the reset. They should be popping back down soon. Soon? Did you break? I think it broke.
Heatsink temperature.
Oh no.
50%.
No, it's still doing it. Is it that I have to, like, be present? Because the worst thing that's gonna happen is that we get belted back to the beginning, but I guess it just kind of didn't. I'll take it. This can also be used as a weapon. It's not like the best idea, but you could. Yes. Yes, good. Great. Some more hemlocks, but who would do that to themselves? I'm sure someone does. I'm sure for someone it is their absolute favorite fucking thing. We're going way that way. See? Yeah. They say I must be crazy, but you know, they don't have the jetpack.
They're waiting for you back in the control room.
Cool, thanks.
Today, guys.
I mentioned earlier that, oh, it's like the Metal Storm things. Projects similar to this were really in, like, production in the real world. Look them up, they're called Metal Storm. They use this extremely expensive to produce and weirdly complicated electronic firing system, which like, yeah, it delivers a volley of stuff, but your cost per round is through the roof. Oh. Anyway, I had mentioned that I liked the jump kits, a little bit on why. It's because they're positioned right to do what it is that they're supposed to do in fiction. You want it as close to your center of gravity as possible, and guess where that is? It's on your hips. A lot of people will put it on, like, the back, like a backpack. That's no good. You're gonna just leave your legs dangling. It's better if you sort of sit into it, which is exactly what these do.
Good work, Pilot Cooper. Now we can jumpstart the power to get the beacon functional.
Okay.
Glad you made it back, Cooper. Just in time, too. The system's rewired.
Thank you.
Pilot, the power chamber relays are offline. The ARC tool
this way.
will be able to jumpstart them manually.
Cooper, that ARC tool was worth all the trouble.
Well, let me give him a zap.
Caution. High radiation levels detected ahead.
Okay.
Your suit will only protect you for a limited time inside the chamber.
Yeah, because I think it's not sealed.
I wouldn't stay in there too long unless you want to.
I think I'm wearing, like, mechanics gloves, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. You can order you some gloves like this. And this is what we're doing. It's charging.
Power at 100%.
Okay.
I recommend you exit the chamber immediately.
We did it.
Great job, Cooper. The power is back.
Don't worry about long-term health issues with that. It's just not something we're going to consider right now. The cellular damage on that would be so bad.
60%. 70%. 80%. 90%.
Warning. Fault detected. Emergency shutdown.
What's going on? Talk to me.
It's broke.
Captain, the uplink targeting module is offline.
We're fixing an antenna again.
The IMC are on their way.
You guys know how shitty this can be.
McCord, can we bypass the module?
No, sir. Not unless we want to send a message to the entire IMC fleet.
Then the module's gonna have to be repaired manually.
Pilot, this situation could use your skills.
Yep.
I hope you're up for another trip to hell, Cooper. You'll need to repair the beacon on site and get back here as fast as possible.
Okay.
Controls transferred to pilot.
We'll see the Ion again in just a moment. The Ronin is something that I'm not going to use for this boss fight coming up, so a few things. Our shotgun is 6-barreled. That's a lot of barrels. It fires 4 times. You can zoom with it. I don't think that does anything different. It doesn't seem to. When we block, it's with the sword. We can also do that. It's kind of like a teleport. And we can do that, which is just another damage ability. We have a sword core, which we'll see if we can get up enough juice to use. I don't know. We'll find out.
We've already lost a lot of good soldiers over there.
The teleport works like this. We kind of keep moving. It's more like you phase out and keep running for a moment, phase back in, but...
My memory recalls this pilot as an exceptional fighter, proven well during the fracture operation.
Aha, they mentioned Titanfall 1.
Fracture? Sounds familiar.
My records indicate you received a concussion during the fracture and suffered some memory loss. It was a major combat refueling operation and one of your first assignments as a rifleman.
Damn.
There you go. Cooper here was also present in Titanfall 1 as one of the grunts that you didn't pay any attention to. I don't know that we can get to that helmet just yet. I'm not going to stress about it in any case. They're there, you can. But whatever.
My scans detect a functioning uplink targeting module, 428 meters northeast.
Okay.
My analysis indicates a throw is our only option here. I can throw you across the gap.
Are you sure about this?
Wind, 3 knots, heading 274. Range, 95 meters. Projectile mass, 89 kilograms. Trust me.
I trust him. I believe him. He's done the math. And there we go. Easy as pie.
Good throw.
You're welcome, pilot. Good luck over there.
Richter, this is Blisk.
Touch.
Ja, here's Richter.
9. No, we're not doing that.
End this. I'm counting on you. Blisk out.
Well.
All security units, this is Richter. Get to the beacon now.
Do you get it?
Lass mich nicht hängen.
Copy that. Zulu 1 Kilo 1, move in. Alpha 2, get soldiers on ground. Move it.
Do you get it? It's like he said, get to the thing. It's like the other thing. Some kind of helicopter guy. Are you laughing yet? I also wish they hadn't included Richter. Honestly, their Shadow Moses reject team here is not the greatest as far as villains are concerned. The only ones that make sense are like Viper, Sloan, and Blisk. And even then, they're not compelling characters, they just make sense. But given what it is that we're usually working with Lost Things, I'll take that, that's fine.
IMC dropships headed to your location.
Whatever will we do? Help someone, police. They keep trying to hand me Mastiffs. Just seems unnecessary to insult someone like that, you know? Alright. Hey. Mid-air. Oh well. And back in we go. Anyway, you can probably tell we're a little bit out of practice. That's alright. Been playing other things. Been playing Star Wars Poncho Adventure. That's been good. They've made a good one. Alright. Hit. Those are my friends now. Jeez. Cool. Alright, now we're moving. Let's ditch this. Let's grab that. There's gonna be a lot of these Vault guns, and they're okay. Apparently these are just like blue tracers, so I'm not entirely certain how it is the Vault is supposed to function. But that's what they got. Ow. We also have some thermite stars over there. Cool. Give me that. And yes. Alright. Much as I like the car, this is going to be much more handy here. This is the double take. It's real stupid. You can see we have 66 rounds, and that's because this fires one bullet from each of its two barrels every time I pull the trigger. It ain't that it doesn't work good. It works just fine. It's just that it's dumb. Goodbye. Still, huh? There we go. Knock that off. You too. Aiming with it's kind of strange. You have to sort of put things between those two. Ow. Total dickhattery. Some more Vault stuff. That one didn't feel like opening until we had to wiggle it around a little bit. Oh, well that worked out. We have an ominous horn playing. That way's where we're going.
We got saw something. Check your angle.
Cool. Some more thermite stars. That's always nice.
Forces to assist. ETA 3 minutes.
Okay. They're diverting forces. I would assume these things that we're jumping and running on are panels for the dish or the facility as a whole. I couldn't tell you. Other than, like, they're here because we need something to run and jump on. The cranes had to be carrying something. And this is what they did with it. Which, yeah, okay. I guess. We can get that one. That's a better jump. There we go. I believe there is specifically like one last level that I found interesting that's coming up. People who have played the game will know what it is, but I think you'll also be able to spot it when we get there. It's not this one. Not that this one's bad. It's just fine. The arc tool is okay. Opening and closing paths and all that stuff is nice. But it just doesn't reach out and grab me like playing 2 levels across time. Or inverting a training field so that you have to interact with the geometry in a much different way.
Hostile pilot sighted, headed your way. Acknowledge.
I think Kilo 1-4 is probably dead.
Copy.
Yeah.
Come in, Kilo 1-4. All units, Kilo 1-4 is not responding.
Yeah.
Engage the target at beacon 4.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
54 gantry, standing by to intercept.
Away we go. You probably want an actual gun, right? Buckery. Okay. Oh, we found another helmet. Well, that's nice. Those guys locked the door and ran, which is understandable at this point. You rack up a body count like this and, well...
Hostile forces inbound. We lost a soldier.
Yeah. You did. Hey, okay, excellent. Wow. Did not know their punch had that much of a knockback. But we went a distance. Okay. And then all was quiet. Give me that. Give me that. Open that. No.
Targeting module detected. Check your HUD.
Zulu 1-6, Beacon 4 gantry team is KIA. Pilot may be attempting to transmit from there.
Zulu 1-6 to Richter. The pilot's intentions are unknown. He may be attempting to draw us away from the Titan.
9. Focus on the pilot. I have other plans for the Titan.
Well, there you have it. He has other plans. Everyone seems to want BT. I don't know that that's ever explained. Like, he's real good and everything, but there's a class, you know, he's a Vanguard class Titan, which means there's more than one. If they wanted one so bad, they could probably just, like, capture any number of the line, right? Like, it doesn't have to be this one. Then again, I suppose I would just make him a target of opportunity.
Right, to bring it within your reach.
We're moving it. It's getting there. It's nearly within our reach. There it is.
Dead yet? Give me a sit rep. Over.
Richter, we need backup. The enemy pilot is still active around Beacon 4. Over.
Uh-huh.
Typischer IMC-Schwach. Standing back up.
That thing's gotta be just about finished, right? Yeah, we're done there. Which means... yeah, somebody there who left their leg exposed. Oh, you guys got him. Nice. Good job. Oh, I still hear things. And it's stuff that I would rather not hear. There we go. And now I don't hear things. And that's the way we like it. Okay.
Pilot, the module is in the projector of that dish.
Getting it. I need this. We blew the other one.
Targeting module. Disconnected.
Protocol 2 mission update. Uplink module acquired. Standing by for your return, Cooper.
Caution. Entering maintenance.
I'm fucking doing it. I need this, and we're gonna do this.
Alpha 1, sit rep. Komm rein. Was zum Teufel?
I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak German.
Anti-Titan squads have arrived, requesting assistance.
And we're making our way back to BT. They got anti-Titan squads on them. That can be problematic.
Movement spotted! Hit the zip line! Move! Move!
Don't go by the rope.
Right here! He's right on us!
I'm engaging hostile infantry.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Welcome back, Cooper. Recommend we secure this area before proceeding with the repairs. Good shot.
You'd figure they would want me while I'm on the zip line. Like, that's a predictable kind of route that I was on.
Target eliminated.
Ow, ow, ow. From behind. That's right, the Robo Boys can jump. Okay. Yeah, you did.
I'm engaging hostile.
They burned to death. Off I go.
Welcome back, Cooper. Recommend we secure this area before proceeding with the repairs. Good shot.
are others coming from this way. I hear stuff, but I don't see stuff.
I'm engaging hostile infantry.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Reaper down. Controls transferred to pilot.
So that's the primary difference between the Ronin and other things, is that I have this sword. My punch is replaced by a sword stroke, which, you know, makes sense.
All threats eliminated. Area secure.
Yeah, okay, looking good.
Okay, pilot.
Barely. That was tough. How are you, BT?
Damage report. Critical systems are functioning properly. And despite your self-evaluation, I'm certain Captain Lastimosa would have said you fought well, Cooper.
Thanks.
Alright. Yeah, shitty. We're out of ammo there. Well, we'll just have to find other stuff. You're gonna make me?
Mission update.
They're probably gonna make me.
The socket for the module is at the top of this dish. A throw combined with additional climbing is required.
Okay. And away we go. I got a little too fixated on the throw thing, I think. It's like, it's fine. But someone really, really liked this idea. And I wish they'd have let it go a little bit easier. You got another?
Blisk, this is Sloan.
Go ahead.
Kane and Ash are dead. Someone's been killing your mercs, and it looks like one of our radios has been nicked. I knew you shouldn't have hired those tossers.
Oi, pilot. This is Cuban Blisk. You've been listening to us, eh? You want to be a hero, yeah? Okay. Keep coming at me. Keep coming. But if I were you, I'd stop trying so hard to be a hero. You'll live longer.
Well, there you go. They've noticed, finally, that we stole their radio. And because one of them is a professional. Went and looked. These guys haven't reported in. Fucks the story with that. So they go and they find out and go, oh, well, no, it's missing a radio. Probably worth reporting. It wasn't that we had, you know, a comic misstep and he said something on the wrong channel. Which, as you might guess, is how a hack would write that. And how I've seen it written a whole lot of times, and even thinking about it makes me tired.
Hypothesis. The dish will automatically reorient itself once the new module is installed.
I mean, fuck it, maybe. Old one out. New one in. Great. And down we go.
BT!
Got you.
We died. Hey, you figured it out. Cool.
Dish is back online.
And you know what? In just a moment, I will be right back. And we're back. We'll go ahead and straighten out our cords here. There we go. So,
We'll send this message to the fleet.
okay.
Outstanding work.
We're gonna send a message to the fleet. Anyway, as we continue to go through Titanfall here, one of the chief things that keeps striking me about it is freedom of approach. It's a game with relatively simple constraints on can and can't, and that means that I'm free to mix and match a whole lot of things.
Threats detected.
I don't know why it is that this isn't more common, and I'm not entirely sure why it is that we don't focus more on core mechanics rather than perceived production value. You know, we'll have... Not that professional voice talent is a bad thing, but we also don't need to hire Hollywood actors at Hollywood actor rates to play characters in our video games. That just doesn't make sense, and let's stop spending time on cutscenes and tons and tons and tons of voiced dialogue and start spending more time on, you know, the game playing well. That would be sick. Because as it stands, that's not where we're at. I may have done that too fast. Sometimes it breaks a little bit if you do it too fast. Yeah, there's another one. Oh. That fucking charged the core immediately. Sure. Weird, but sure. Great.
Caution. Anomaly detected. Possible hostile Titan.
IMC ground squads. I'm looking for someone to promote.
Maybe we'll try this for this boss. We'll see the other one very soon. So the sword core bolsters our sword, which is cool, but not something that I ultimately find terribly useful. I just and I know this is a favorite of a lot of people. It's just not my favorite. I still don't know what he's saying. But hey, that's alright. I've changed my mind. We've seen the sword core. Saying, empowers attacks in the block. It's fine. It's also just kind of whatever. A sword on a giant robot sounds cool to a lot of people. I'm not one of those people.
Laser core ready.
Behold, optic blast.
Time to die, Clanamon.
That's what works out for me, and my tastes.
There's more to come, Clanamon.
Okay. I still don't know what the fuck it is that he's saying. Anyway.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
We're alright. Yeah, and it looks like we could. I'm pretty sure that he has a nuke thing, right?
Replacement battery required.
Yeah, we're working on it. Any other time that I fought him, he's immediately detonated. Yeah, there we go. That's something you can pick up as a pilot in multiplayer. The nuclear eject. I found more often than not the nuke goes off without throwing me the right place because it relies on the game to throw you into the air and out of range. It goes off and it fucking kills me, so I don't ever take it. Hey, we can call home now.
Pilot, recommend you disembark.
Oh, sure. He wants me to watch it from out here.
Okay, all systems are functional.
Rainier, fire it up!
Yes, sir. Transmission sequence activated. It's working. Transmission power 25% incline. 60%. Good. Almost there. 80%. Signal strength at maximum power. We are a go for transmission.
Well, there we go.
Data stream, awaiting response.
Here's hoping someone's still up there.
Got it.
This is Commander Sarah Briggs of the Marauder Force. Militia SRS. Authenticate.
See, these guys have their radios and shit on their back.
7274. Protocol 2. Uphold the mission. Report intel to the fleet attached to the SRS unit.
Solid copy. Good to hear you guys are still down there. We're receiving your data now.
They received our data, Pi. They did. They did. They received it.
274. Your data recorder says your original pilot was KIA.
Correct. Captain Ty Lastimosa was killed in action. I am now linked to an acting pilot, Rifleman Jack Cooper.
Wait a minute. Lastimosa linked you to a rifleman?
Yes, he had no other options.
Understood. We'll get you transferred to a fully qualified pilot.
Objection. Cooper is my pilot. Our combat effectiveness rating now exceeds 90%. Request permission to retain this link.
Okay. And then this is a hug, basically. He has clutched us to his chest and is like, no, this one's mine.
Permission granted.
That's adorable, bud, but it's a little bit weird.
Thanks to your scan data of the Ark, we've tracked its energy signature to an IMC base right here on Typhon. We don't have much time. Let's go.
Okay. Alright, and this is, well, you can probably guess this is the level that we're talking about. We're gonna do some stuff.
Listen up. The IMC have developed a fold weapon. It has the power
See, she's got one.
of the entire world, but without its power source, the Ark, it is inoperable. Your mission is to capture the Ark.
In fact, it looks like that's everybody's Titan.
Weapons hot.
They did mention that this is
Stand by for Titanfall.
the only one that we built. Like, Vanguards are fucking Frontier Militia originals.
Get to cover, pilot. We're taking down that wall.
Okay.
Unless we take out those cannons, we're not getting any closer to that ship.
Wilson in position. Rainier, good to go. All active.
Oh, that's right, we can crouch.
This is Commander Briggs. Go weapons free. Fire!
Alright, sick. See, those guys are set up for artillery.
Sparrow 8 lock target, suppressing fire.
And off we go.
L9, come in.
Now, one of the primary advantages to this particular gun is that you can't throw my munitions back at me. It's not a physical thing. They don't get caught in the vortex shields of enemy pilots. So I can just chip away at their shields and drop them prematurely.
Store 2, watch your 6.
But, you know, I can throw mine back, or theirs back at them.
Badger 6, take the sideline. More IMC Titans moving in. Let's bring the war to them. Keep moving forward.
There we go.
Keep moving. That ship could take off at any moment.
It sure could take off at any moment. Oh, we have an ion on the field. That's nice.
Ahead now.
Detecting hull damage.
Speaking of.
Laser core ready. Enemy Titan down.
I thought this was a fun one in that we could actually see what large-scale combat with these things sort of look like.
Warning.
Ow.
Our reactor is unstable.
Touch.
Replacement battery required.
There. We'll go right through that shield. That one too.
Pilot, you're with me.
Yeah, in a moment I will be.
Into the tunnels.
Into the tunnels it is.
Enemy Titan down.
They sure are.
Detecting hull damage.
I keep suggesting the tripwire. The tripwire is not terribly helpful in a lot of situations. They just won't advance into it. Because the computer knows where munitions and stuff are. It'll naturally avoid hazards.
Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
We're alright. Again, BT worries. And that's the last of the kits, and also the last of the kits that that I play. That's the Legion up there. We'll talk about them when we get them, but it's not going to be until the very end.
L4, Store 2, lock this area down. BT, Pilot Cooper, you're with me. Let's go. Watch out, IMC Titans up ahead. Go, go, go!
Hostile Titan.
In fact, we do not want that Scorch anywhere near us. We know firsthand how nasty they can be.
Nice shot, Pilot Cooper. We need to keep moving.
I'm going. Don't hassle me. The spread beam is really great for clearing man-sized targets and stuff. You can wipe out a whole bunch of them in very little time. Drains battery, but you typically don't have to fire for all that long.
We've got to get to that ship before it's
Alright.
Take those Titans out, Pilot. Move it, Pilot. Move it!
Militia Titan spotted. Engaging.
Watch out, we've got more company.
That's one.
Takedown, Pilot. Let's keep moving.
That's gonna be the second one, but we got him.
Glad to know you're trained a bit. Won't feel too bad killing you so quickly.
It wasn't really anything to do with training, though, was it? We got that whole optic blast thing happening.
Advanced targeting system.
Pretty sure that NPC just accused me of aimbotting. It's rude. Said something about an advanced targeting system. Maybe you called it Lost Things. I wasn't really listening. I was busy aiming.
Come on, Pilot. Follow. Here we go.
Yeah, we're on an elevator. I'm doing it.
Going up.
We're going up. Just like Puzz 3D.
Well, you're doing a good job, Cooper. As far as I'm concerned, you've earned your pilot certification.
Thank you. You want to sign, like, the certificate, though, or do I still have to fuck around?
Get home.
Alright. So, we've seen the Ion, we know what it does. We've seen the Rowan, we know what it does. This is the North Star.
There she is.
This one is available in multiplayer. We have this railgun that we can kind of charge. It works sort of like the sniper from Team Fortress 2. Oh. Well, I mean... Huh. Anyway, in that the longer you look down the sights, the more damage it does. We have these tether mines, which can hold things in place for us, and that's cool. Dog, right in my way, though? Like, right in my line of sight? Ain't that the way of it. The problem that I have with this is that the round's travel time is, like, weirdly slow. It hits really, really fucking hard. Don't get me wrong. But I don't feel like there's any reason for it to be as slow as it is. It's supposed to be a bullet, right?
Flight form ready.
We can penetrate multiple targets with it, so that's cool. And it does nix these NPC tone shields in one go. I wish it sailed through them on a fully charged shot. Oop. Yeah, we don't want that. The biggest issue that I can find with it is that it does not... Like, it's got no defensive capability whatsoever. It just don't.
Keep pushing forward.
Yeah, we're pushing. We're doing the thing. It's just a dumb fire rocket and tether mines, which is like... I don't know. There should... This, more than I think any other, needs a reconsidering and a rework. I mean, yeah, you know, you're supposed to play out the sniper thing, but it... Like with this, though, you know? Ow. What am I getting poked by? Oh. Like a bunch of little dudes. We're reloading.
Flight form ready. Excessive damage. Warning. Warning.
And I can't seem to get that rocket down. It just isn't doing it for me.
Warning. Our reactor is unstable. Replacement battery required.
Yeah, we're gonna need that. There, I hit something with it. It sucked. Christ.
Tighten down. Flight core offline.
A little bit of that, and a little bit of this. We got that guy. Yeah, more than any other, this is a loadout that I just don't understand. In any case, we've kind of seen it at this point. We'll switch back to something that's, I would consider, just more usable in general. There we go. Sorry about that. Had to move my earpiece. And off we go. Back on the offensive, where I feel the most comfortable.
Firing salvo core.
Enemy tighten down.
He sure is.
Laser core ready.
Oh, because she had to go through her execution move. I see. Alright. Could have sworn that landed, but sure.
Excessive damage. Warning.
I'm seeing that.
Laser core ready.
Kinda got hit by a bunch of things all at once. Other cool stuff about the laser core is that we can do this. And just kinda sweep this up, by and large. I think that's most of them. Oh, holy shit, they actually ran into it. This is on hard, too.
Excessive damage. Warning.
I would not have expected them to do that. Yes, good. What are you shooting at back here? Hey, what are you guys doing? Whoa. There, are you satisfied? I don't see anyone else up there. I'm just gonna assume that you'll figure it out. Okay, goodbye.
All militia forces, move in on the Draconis.
That's what ions look like when they're not BT.
Target spotted, moving in.
Briggs, get out of the fucking way. I'm doing my job here. Scoot. See?
Bear away, watch your six. You're hitting us fast.
The Draconis is almost fueled. Move, move! Their escort is here.
How did you guys get here?
Much time.
Powering up. I got a lock. Taking the shot. Don't affect our opponents. Too many of them.
Laser core ready.
Okay, that's one brute. I'm saving this core for the Scorches, because I want them dead quickly, you know? They can really sneak up on you. Well, we did not get both of the Scorches. We didn't even get one of them. We'll deal with that in a moment. Anyway, there is absolutely no way for us to catch the ship, as much as Briggs would like to believe there is, because the next mission is all about that. And it's not a game with branching paths. Looks like he's there. Yeah. Got him.
Laser core
Double core away.
Is there anyone else? Because I'm just waving this around otherwise. Oh, yeah, there is.
Don't let them get away. Get to that ramp.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. They got the thing. That's Sloan.
I'll let Viper take it from here. See you soon.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's just no way to actually get there. It's fine. It's just not how this goes.
Get to a ship. We're going after him.
See? I wish this was more freeform. It's just not. It's freeform in its mechanics, and your loadout, and what it is that you can do kind of on a moment-to-moment basis, but narratively, it's not. Environmentally, it is and it isn't, in that I can do any amount of wall running and, like, fucking sliding and stuff that I please, but, you know, we can't say, just fuck off entirely and go explore the mountains. Be sick if we could, though. Hint, hint.
This is Commander Briggs.
On the real, though, I do wish that more developers would...
Fold weapon on board the Draconis. All ships, flank speed.
Who would otherwise make a massively multiplayer online game would simply make a co-op available online game. Maybe some sort of social lobby, but limit the amount of players to X amount per instance and allow you to just keep private instances.
Light 'em up.
Missile up the rail. Flash 1. Flash 2. Good hit. Good hit. Confirmed splash on all trail units.
There we go, we did it.
Transport. Just burn past it. We have to
The Anthem had the right idea there, but it had the wrong execution, which is just how Anthem works.
Anyone got a clear visual?
Airborne bogey acquired.
Anyway, there's Viper.
Visual clear. I've got good tone.
His robot looks cool and everything. If this is what he's doing, I would have rather he just flown like a plane or a jet or something. Ow.
Barker, nice of you to show up.
You're welcome.
Battleship Malta at 10 o'clock, guarding the Draconis. We can't get past it.
Okay.
Cooper, I need a pilot on board the Malta to secure the deck now.
We're doing it.
Commander Briggs, this is Blackbird 6-4.
We can see that BT has some different paint too.
Copy that, 6-4. You can do this, Cooper.
He got pretty for this.
Just like before.
Not exactly. There are significantly more variables to throwing between two moving platforms. Good luck.
He'll get one more, like, new paint job sort of thing before we're done here. Personally, I think it looks good on him, but I mean, I'm a sucker for the specific thing that they got going on aesthetically with him at the end, and you'll understand it when you see it.
Pass those guns. We'll drop you
Oh,
off.
when did I get that?
Work your way forward.
I'll take it, but when did I get that?
Cooper, I'm gonna get as close as I can without crashing. Time
Okay.
to jump. Now, go!
Away we go. And we're in.
Cover you from out here, Coop.
Okay.
Got a guy underneath the stairs.
Let me just double check something real quick. Up. Yeah. Alright. Sure. All's looking good on that end, so worst comes to worst. We've got that. Just be one of those things that we deal with as we deal with it. Anyway, we'll finish this mission, and then that'll be that for the evening for Titanfall 2. There we are. We'll need to abandon this and pick up this. Because ammo availability.
Good kill, good kill.
Great. No, it's got a fun scope on it. It makes things nice and easy to see. Yeah. I'm gonna ask that guy to not. I'm gonna ask him to not too. Don't do that. Alright. Let's steal things.
Commander Briggs!
Up, please.
Between the Malta's guns and that flying Titan, we're getting torn up here!
Working on it, just hang on. Cooper's en route to the Malta's main gun battery.
I don't think there's anything we can do about the Malta either.
Hurry!
Jump drivers, ruptured! Abandoned ship!
See? There just wasn't anything we could do.
Braxton, stay the course!
Got him.
Gun 3 is down.
That's it, clean them up.
Cool. Okay. I believe they're almost out of boys that'll jump up here. But like anything else, don't quote me on that. We spend a lot of time in this spot here. It kind of sucks, but attempting to run that gauntlet is a fool's errand. Bleh. Garbage. Okay. Well. We know that guy's there. And the ship has been struck by fire, causing it to list and move around. Anything where the geography becomes somewhat hostile is something that really does kind of like elevate a level in my book. It's a trick that's unfortunately rare.
Gun 2 is down. Get the last one.
Oh. Anyway, surely they mean gun battery 2, not individual gun 2. Right? No.
Looks like that's all of them.
I've got no hostiles in sight. Cooper, stand by. The 6-4 are coming aboard.
Cool. So we'll have backup.
Anti-air cannons active on the deck of the Malta. They must be disabled.
These two we'll see again. Davis and Draws.
Nice work, Coop.
Gates we can technically work for. Bear we don't ever see again.
Just doing my job.
This guy.
Commander Briggs, we'll also need your help.
Copy that, Bear. On my way. The bridge is through that hangar over there. Any ideas? Briggs here. What do you need me to do?
Close the door and keep her steady.
He's not thinking.
No, wait a second. Follow me.
I love this job.
Well, it's never boring.
Just move your ass, Davis.
And there we go. Easy as that. There we are. And we just leave no ground to go to. Like a number of other things. Not too difficult. But we get to see a team of pilots kind of working together. Mostly they just sort of leap around in places and in positions, and that's okay. Or they hang out directly in my line of fire, just like an actual player would. Gentlemen, by these pilots. There's more than one of me now. And, you know, credit where it's due. They're also firing their guns and doing stuff. Arguably in a manner that's much more in keeping with the game's spirit than what I'm doing.
The room's clear. That's the bridge up there.
Follow me.
But you know me, as a creature, I'm boring. I like it methodical, certain. We can get in there and, you know, mix it up a little bit, but I have to have a specific set of tools for that. And this has some of them, but not all of them.
Tango on the mezzanine.
Shape charges are ready.
Hey, Coop, watch how the 6-4 does it. Pilot Cooper, are you ready?
Yeah, we're set.
I'm ready.
Breach!
Because other game had breach, right? Yeah, we're good.
That's how it's done. 6-4, on me. Cooper, get to the captain's console and disable the guns.
Up we go. We gotta do this. This is how we take control of a fucking battleship, I guess.
Commander Briggs, the Malta is...
Don't worry about it.
Copy that, 6-4. Cooper, you still have control of the bridge. Use your data knife to steer yourself right behind the Draconis.
Got it.
Get BT back to Cooper.
You got it. On my way. Hold on, Tin Man.
All call signs. Clean up hostiles and rendezvous with the Draconis. This is it. You're pulling away from the Draconis. Go left.
I'm definitely not, though.
That's it. You did it.
Keep it tight, Cooper. I'm done babysitting.
Which one of you lied to me? It was you, Gates, wasn't it? You're the only lady here, and it was a female voice. Don't lie to me like that.
Ready to transfer control to pilot.
Okay.
Cooper will cover you from the rear.
Sure.
Take the deck and get to the Draconis.
Goodbye. Dropping a Titan on this seems extremely risky, but...
Voodoo 1, Viper's on station. Your journey ends here, pilot. The skies belong to me. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide.
So Viper is in a modified, North Star. Which, okay. You know, just okay. We kind of get one of each. The only one that we don't get is the Legion, but you'll see why.
You hear that ringing in your ears, son?
No.
Laser core ready.
I actually do not. But okay.
Dodge this.
Here, do you want that? He moved. Sometimes he'll do that to you. There we go. Where's your boss? There he is.
Bandits grounded. Viper's got the tactical advantage.
Warning. Detecting hull damage.
Okay.
Laser core ready.
Viper 1, taking cover.
Laser core active.
You're gonna want it.
You hitched your last ride, son. This is your stop. Let me introduce you to the ground. Viper 1 lost control.
He's done.
Losing control. Going down. Mayday, mayday, going
Commander
down.
Briggs, this is BT-7274. Viper is down.
Copy that. Board the Draconis and secure
Or is he?
We'll prep for transfer.
Cooper, ready for fastball. Recommend you disembark.
Yeah, we're getting there. Hey, he's shined up enough. We'll be fine. There's not much more to this. Okay, our boy's ready. Let's shall.
Adjusting for wind resistance. Calculating.
See, it's or is he? There's nothing we can really do about this either. Like, we can burn rounds, but that's really just for flavor. And, you know, for principle. I'm gonna need to take a, you know, a shot that's got some precision to it. Ripped off my boy's arm.
I've lost the hatch. Need cover, need cover.
Don't rip off my boy's arm.
BT, you okay?
Left arm.
Gave me a thumbs up.
However, I'm still operational.
Anyway.
This ship is rapidly losing altitude.
It is.
To us, Cooper.
You guys really fucked this up. There's the Ark up there. Well, the weapon part of it. Yeah. We can fire on these guys as they head for the escape pods, but I'm not going to. Bye.
The containment unit is too large to carry. We must improvise.
Uh-huh.
I cannot reach the Ark. Cooper, I need your help.
In we go. Not the first time we've been this close to it. And we're already highly irradiated, so how much more irradiated could we get, right?
Quickly.
In we go.
We are running out of time.
Yeah, just nestle it right in there. Whatever the fuck this is.
This way, Cooper.
Get the Ark out of here!
Negative. You're trapped.
What are you doing?
Protocol 3. I will not lose another pilot. Brace for impact.
BT, that's very nice and everything. Yeah, there's absolutely no way, my friend. There's no way. I can't brace for impact like that. Anyway, it seems like things have gone poorly. You know, we'll continue this the next time. Tomorrow, we should be able to just wrap this up. For now, we'll send you here. And, yeah, you know, Titanfall 2 continues to be a joy to play. I'm kind of coalescing my thoughts on it in my head. The primary things that I enjoy about Titanfall 2 are, like I said, the freedom of approach, how I can pick and choose from a number of options for any given encounter, and that's either player versus AI or player versus player, and I can navigate how I choose to, and if things don't work out, well, that's largely on me to figure. There are some things that can't be overcome, like I said, the random spawns in player versus player, it kind of sucks, or someone just taking a corner up behind you when you didn't know they were there. Bleh. But those are common pitfalls with the formula as it stands. As far as how to fix those, you kind of can't without just giving positions away. And there are kits specifically that say you don't show up on sonar, which, why wouldn't you take, right? Seems nuts to me. I agree, dude. I agree. So, you know, as far as, like, leveling the playing field for positional advantage, that's one of those things where people go, but it's unbalanced if you don't, and you go, yeah, but you'd have to remove positional advantage as an advantage in order to, quote, balance it. Does it mean that I prefer games that include that? Well, no, I don't tend to play them, or I don't tend to play them very much. I'll give them a fair shake, but in this case, it's acknowledging that a mechanic works as intended, but just not preferring it. Anyway, the same thing happens with the Titans themselves, in that I really do like that they are defined by their advantages, not by their disadvantages, even when I don't care for them. Things are good ideas to use for X, Y, and Z, and not necessarily impossible to use for A, B, and C, but there just may be a better slot that they fit in. Anyway, I'll leave you to wander alone, and we'll resume this tomorrow. See ya.